So, what do you get when you combine elements from games like Payday, Repo, and Half-Life Source Engine jank? You get Delivery and Beyond, the latest evolution of the Lethal Company loot extraction game trend that we have been on since 2023. Wow, it's been that long already? Good lord. So what is Delivery and Beyond, you might ask? It's a game where you play as a bunch of hyenas locked into working as post-apocalyptic Amazon delivery drivers. As you go door to door to break and enter and steal all of the scrap on these different maps, which you then take back to your ship and make packages to then deliver to places you just robbed. Geez, things must be rough if you're willing to trade your whole house just for a slice of pizza or a discombobulator. Whatever the fuck this thing is, I don't know. Oh, what the fuck? They gave me the fucking decahedron. So as I said at the start, this game takes heavy influences from games like Lethal Company, Repo, Content Warning, Peak, and so on. Now I'm sure you might have heard a lot of people throw around the word FriendSlop to describe these kinds of games in a derogatory kind of way. Now it's fair to say that this sort of comes from the fact that when a market like this gets oversaturated, a lot of the devs try to cash in on the hype to rush a game, even to the detriment of its quality. Not to mention there's been a ton of these games that have released in the past few years. We all know the feeling of that one friend who tries to scam the whole group into buying that $5 game of the week. It feels a bit overwhelming, and you kind of glance over a bunch of these types of games now because of it. Now, Delivery and Beyond, I feel, is just a cut above the rest, in my opinion. Even with its 1.0 release, the dev being just a single person, I think, has really set a high bar for themselves. If I didn't know this before playing, I would have thought this game was made by a bigger indie team. From the carefully crafted post-apocalyptic setting of all these levels, to the awesome jazzy music and very endearing sound design, I am in love with this type of industrial, grungy aesthetic. Wow, who would have guessed it? Read my furry zine. And not to mention, the hyena characters. They are very funny and cute. I love them. If you didn't know, the person who made these models for this game is the same one that made the hyena mod for Lethal Company. And they have also done a lot of other hyena-related models for other game mods. And not to mention VR chat. Also, if I'm to believe, some of the art assets for this game were also made by this artist as well. So, how does this game work? Well, you spawn in on your ship. It's small, but it's got a lot of important things you're gonna need to get going. Things like all of your various upgrades, canisters, scrap drop-off, and even a little store. You also have this phone pad thing that you will need to use to buy these upgrades. Alongside the phone, you will be using this delivery generator to make stuff that you will deliver. Finally, you have the horn cord, I think that's what you call it, right? Here, that you will hold down to start a mission. Here at the start of the mission, you will see that there is a debt counter that you will need to fulfill before leaving. Now, if we go back to the phone, you can see that there are multiple different addresses that you will need to drop off packages to make money to pay your debts. First, you need scrap, as that is what you use to make these packages. So grab a canister and set out into the world to collect scrap. What is scrap? It's everywhere. Anything from the seats against the walls to the traffic cones in the halls. And when it's not enough scrap, use some spare containers or your fizz gun and tear the hinges off of some of the doors to steal everything in these apartments. If you want to make money, you gotta take everything. Once you have enough scrap, go back to your ship and deposit that scrap. Now you can use your scrap to make deliveries and go back out there to drop them off. But do be careful not to hit or bang these packages on walls or your dumbass friends, as it will get damaged and money will be deducted from your delivery.
This game, when I get to play it, it's very enjoyable.
This game is...
Oh my god, Travis, be careful. You damaged some of the bugs.
Oh my god, you fucking put a giant dent in it. Alright, come on, move.
Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. These hallways are littered with traps and obstacles. Things like laser fences, large moving frames that act like giant bug zappers, ceiling mines that drop down and kill you, to turrets and environmental traps. It's a dangerous world out there, and those are just the stationary threats. You also got moving ones like deadly mine Roombas, Roombas with tasers and saws, rats with exploding balloons and fans that can push you, chickens with knives, and even robot dogs designed to ram into you. Oh, and I saved the worst one for last. A damn trash can mimic that turns into a spinning top with spikes that will try to maim you. All of this while you work against the clock to not get caught by the cops. All in the name of Yean Bezos. Man, and you don't even get a Yenazon branded piss bottle. Now don't go out there thinking about unionizing, you yeeny weenies. If you manage to survive and clear your debt for the round, you can buy some upgrades or some helpful items. Some of which I am still unsure how they work, since this game at the time of writing does not tell you what some of these things do. It's still sort of a go figure it out for yourself kind of deal. Hey, maybe if this video does well, I don't know, let's say like 100 likes, I'll make a follow-up video that explains the things in this game in a bit more depth. Oh, and I'll share some of my epic tips and tricks to this game. Alright, this isn't my favorite part, but it will be brief. Bugs. This game certainly has a few. But that isn't to be a surprise, as this is the game's first week after all. These are the only ones that I have run into. First off, we had our lovely friend Reed here get himself into some kind of glitch where he was stuck in a perpetual falling animation. A perpetual falling animation that left him unable to jump anywhere. And he floated around as if he was on ice, which was a little bit hard to control. We also found that there was some deaths in the game that did sort of feel a bit cheap. Running into prop physics deaths, and these bugs with these crush traps. I'll be honest, I don't know what you would call these crushy things, to be honest. We sometimes got killed by them, even when we were over the safe sides of the railing. Those were all the bugs that I saw in my time playing. You might have your own experience, and you might find a bug here or there, especially if you go looking for them. At one point, we even tried to see if we could make it out of the ship, but surprisingly, this thing is airtight. Flags are back. Oh no, it's I keep forgetting it's concrete.
Concrete, baby.
Yep. Come on. Come on. I think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it.
He's not.
I think I improved upon your Reed drawing here, Reed. I think I did a good
You make
job.
him crying and high and
Bleeding,
Oh
he's got
my
boogers
God.
in his nose, and he's smiling, and he's got eyebrows.
Segueing now to one other thing I want to say. I think some areas of the game could be expanded upon. Things like maybe having the water sections of the levels be broadened a little bit. You have some of the sections in the base game that are like underwater pockets of the apartments. They are very shallow and you don't really see much beyond like a scrap or two. The swimming controls are pretty good, so seeing a whole level that has more submerged explorable hallways and with some of its own type of aquatic traps and enemies, might be a really cool addition. Granted, I know single player probably wasn't planned for. I still think being able to play some single player practice runs with a more lenient time frame would be great. Or heck, just have the option to adjust different parameters to your lobby for more customized experiences. Maybe do something fun and add an option to have all the roaming enemies be like robot dogs or something like that, just to see what happens. Add a little bit more chaos to this already crazy game. Oh, and can we get a flashlight for dog's sakes? I see that the model has a flashlight, so what are we doing? This game can get freaking dark. Either get rid of it, or give me illumination. These are just some of my suggestions, so they probably won't get added to the game, but I will mention this game is very moddable. The devs have released info and tools on how to mod this game, and I believe you can upload them to the Steam Workshop. If anyone wants to take one of these ideas I've had and turn them into a mod, then be my guest. I'm just a fat chud gorper that knows nothing when it comes to modding a Unity game, or any type of game for that matter. I only did a computer programming class for a single year in high school, and I think I was using the computers to play shitty mini-clip games for most of it. I know with this game just debuting, there might not be that much, and there's definitely more room for improvement. This game does what it sets out to do artistically and creatively, which in my mind is very admirable. Maybe help support the developer and artist of this game. I will link their socials below and also throw in their Ko-Fis. Coffees? I don't know how to fucking say this stupid app. As there is one thing I forgot to mention about this game. This game is free. You can go onto Steam right now and download this whole ass game in less time than it takes to convince the whole friend group to get the new $5 game of the week. Your friends will have no excuses to not play with you. If they don't download this game, then they hate you. I don't care if your grandma got crushed in a hydraulic press, download the fucking game! Okay, if you like that video, like and subscribe. Also, buy this zine, t-shirts, and other products from Underground Collective. Not only do you get cool shit, it also helps support me by keeping me out of my job so I can keep making more videos like these for all of you out there. Alright, this has been Coda. See ya!